Thanks for checking out this haul video. So as promised, here is my haul video for the Labor Day sale Vinegar Syndrome stuff that I ended up picking up, including some out-of-print stuff, which I'll do the out-of-print stuff that I picked up last, and I'll do the other stuff first. So first of all, I did pick up some stuff from the Melusine site, so I'll get that out of the way first. Again, like I say with all my videos with these hauls, I am doing short movie reviews of these adult titles. They are behind a paywall, though. If you pay the highest membership of my channel, link in the description for that if you're interested, it is $4.99 a month. And then there are some, some levels below that if you want to check it out. But they all have perks. They all have a lot of decent perks. So check that one out. Also, great time to say thumbs up on the video to help me out. Subscribe to help me out. Notification bell button if you want to know when I'm putting up new videos. Anyway, I picked up, which was on sale, the film Climax and Wet Dreams from the Melusine site. And this one's put out by, this is their Peakorama line. So that looks fun. Then this was an out-of-print one that was available that I was able to snag through Melusine. This was one of their VS releases. This is the film Corruption. I had initially been interested in this, but I had missed out. I've heard good things. I'll show you the back, but there's a nipple I'm covering up. But I've heard this is a pretty good one. So very interested to check out that one. All right, now getting into the films that I just bought that were on sale. These were not out-of-print ones that were dropped. The next three I'm going through are just ones that were on sale that I decided to pick up that I've been watching for a bit and been like, maybe I want to get these at some point. So the first one is two movies by Kinji Fukasaku. It is, what is it? Wolves, Pigs, and Men and Violent Panic Big Crash. So this is the one for Wolves, Pigs, and Men. It's that side, and Violent Panic Big Crash is that side. Love the artwork on these. This is put out by Film Movement, by the way, and Film Movement has been putting out a lot of really cool Asian cinema. There's that. Some other cool artwork there. There is a bit of an essay booklet in there as well. And let's read about them. Kinji Fukasaku's 1964 breakthrough Wolves, Pigs, and Men finds three brothers pitted against each other as rivals in the Yakuza underworld. Jiro, alongside his girlfriend Mizuhara, devises a scheme to rob his younger brother Sabu's gang. However, when the eldest brother Kuroki learns of this, he seeks to conspire against them to take it all for himself in a treacherous nightmare of unbridled violence. Sounds very interesting. Then, fast-paced and unrelenting 1976's Violent Panic, The Big Crash wreaks havoc across the streets of Japan with stylishly nihilistic aplomb. After expert bank robber Takashi's big job is foiled, he goes on the lam. Trailed by the police, his lover, his partner in crime's brother, and countless others, Takashi becomes the target of a manhunt filled with twists, double crosses, and explosive action that gives the 70s car chase genre a run for its money. So I had looked both of these films up before, and they are both pretty well rated. So I was like, how could I not want to get this, especially when it was on sale? So yeah, very excited to check that out. Then another one I had been keeping my eye on, also a Film Movement release, which I'd been keeping my eye on because they've been putting out good Asian cinema. This one is another two-pack. This is films done by Taikato. They're calling this Two Faces of Taikato. It is the films By a Man's Face Shall You Know Him and I, the Executioner. Really great artwork again, looking real nice. That artwork, not great though. That must be like old artwork. Again, there's a little essay booklet in there. Okay, in his groundbreaking feature, By a Man's Face Shall You Know Him, master of genre Taikato takes on controversial socio-political issues with superb craftsmanship and personal style. When a Korean gang tries to take over the local market, tough as nails World War II veteran Dr. Amamiya, played by a real-life former Yakuza, steps in to stop the conflict as anger escalates to the brink. And then in Eye Executioner, one of his most incendiary masterpieces, Kato pulls out all the stops in his visually arresting nihilistic modern-day tale. While the police investigate a sudden rash of brutal murders against women, the links between the victims and the suicide of a young boy reveal their involvement in an earlier crime. Very interesting sounding. And I did watch the trailer for this release as well as this one. So yeah, looking good. Very excited for those. And then the last one I'm going to go over that was not one of the outer prints, and then I have 4 outer prints to go over. This is a documentary, and I don't buy a whole lot of documentaries because I'd rather just kind of mostly watch those streaming because, you know, like, after I've seen them once, I probably don't want to see them again. But this one looked very interesting to me, and this is by Taku Aoyagi. This is Tokyo Uber Blues. So apparently this documentary happened like during COVID, but you know, I'll read you the description on the back. I like this artwork a lot. It's very like fun, cartoony. And then yeah, it looks there's a little essay booklet in there. This was put out. Is this a Connie release? Yeah, this is a Connie release. I think this is my first time buying a Connie release. Unemployed in the wake of the pandemic, 26-year-old filmmaker Taku Aoyagi decides to try his luck in Tokyo. Short on worldly possessions, but a bike and a phone, he becomes an Uber Eats rider. Now he can decide his own hours and is free to choose when to take orders. But pedaling through deserted streets, delivering boba tea to cloistered condos, he starts to wonder, what was it that Ken Loach said about the Uberization of society, shot from a first-person perspective on a mixture of smartphones and GoPros. Yeah, it looked really good, and from what I've read about it, it basically gets to the heart of a lot about like loneliness and stuff, and shows like how tough life can be. But it looks really good. So Tokyo Uber Blues, excited. Okay, now to start getting into the out-of-print stuff that I was able to snag, which I am one of the people who sets a reminder on my phone to make sure I'm ready to go for 12:01 p.m. so I can pop on there real quick and see what is available so I don't miss out on anything that I'm interested in. So the first one I grabbed is a Bill Hinsman film. This is Flesh Eater, Revenge of the Living Dead. I've heard this one's pretty solid, and I had missed out on it, obviously. This is a 4K. That's some original artwork there. And the discs. All right. While assisting on a dig, a construction worker accidentally destroys the final resting place of a demonic zombie, rousting him from his unholy slumber and reigniting his taste for human flesh. Meanwhile, a group of teenagers have decided to spend the night camping in the woods for a Halloween hayride, only to have their partying interrupted with the arrival of an ever-growing army of bloodthirsty undead. Will anyone survive the night in one piece? Very excited for that one. Yeah, Flesh Eater. Sounds good. Then we have one that this one had sold really fast. It was a partner label film that was, who put this one out? It just says SC. Oh, Saturn's Core. Okay. This might be my first Saturn's Core, or maybe my second Saturn's Core. Second Saturn's Core? No, I think it's my first. Yeah, it looks like it's my first. Anyway, I had heard good things about this. It's kind of based off of like Dungeons and Dragons, and I liked Way Bad Stone. And like I said, this had sold really fast, and I was considering picking it up, but grabbed it for out of print. And this is Night Chills. It says Role Playing with a Vengeance. I like this back art. That's nice. And this artwork's kind of fun too, to be honest. And there's other artwork here. Oh, this is that's similar to the one on the back of the slip. Okay, let's read about it. Avid role player John is a loner and outcast. Even within the insular world of his weekly convening tabletop RPG club, he is both bullied and ostracized. The outspoken crush he harbors for Brooke, one of his fellow players, remains bitterly unrequited. Daunted by frequent humiliations and Brooke's continuous rejections, John commits suicide in a fiery car wreck. Unfortunately for the game master and the members of the gaming circle, fantasy soon becomes a deadly reality as John mysteriously returns for revenge on horseback in the form of his former gaming alter ego, the vengeful knight Sir Callio. The members of the club who previously taunted John are slaughtered one by one as the ghostly knight leaves behind a bloody trail of carnage, as well as an ominous red rose at the site of each murder. I watched the trailer for it. Looks fun. Sounds fun. It's been recommended by a lot of people, so very excited to have Night Chills to watch. All right, two more. Here's another. Okay, so this is one that I was able to get it at one point. Not the version that I ended up getting that was out of print that went on sale during the Labor Day sale. But I'd considered getting the film, and I was like, but then I also kind of felt like it was just going to continue to be available, and then all of a sudden it was gone. Something, that happens to everyone, and that is Roadhouse. I do like the film, but I was like, I don't know if I like it that much. So then when I saw it was available for the out of print, and this is like the big box, like the nice box, this artwork, phenomenal too. Yeah. And then this, and there is a essay booklet, and then the movie itself, Double Deuce. Ugh. And then that artwork again. 3 discs. How about that? All right. James Dalton is a tough-as-nails cooler with a reputation for using any and all force necessary to keep the peace. Meanwhile, Frank Tillman, a country businessman, is having trouble maintaining control over the violent patrons and crooked staff at his newly acquired club, the Double Deuce. Upon learning of Dalton's take-no-prisoners attitude toward security, he makes a proposal too good for Dalton to refuse, summoning him from the Big Apple to Jasper, Missouri, and handing him the reins to the bar on the promise that he will clean the place up. But no sooner than his first few days in charge does he wind up stabbed and in the hospital. With the knowledge that he's up against a gang of thugs who play even dirtier than he does, Dalton throws caution to the wind and prepares for a fight that will inevitably send someone 6 feet under. There. Sounds fun. And this slip, the way I put it in, is messed up. I gotta get that in a better position. Okay, there we go. Fixed. Yeah, it's a fun film. It's very fun. Ridiculous action. You into it? Good. All right, so that was Roadhouse. And then the one I'm most excited about that was out of print, this one had also sold pretty quick. It's another Saturn score, so this is my second Saturn score. Age of Demons. I watched the trailer for this one before. It looked pretty awesome. I was pretty stoked to see that it was available for one of their out of prints that were on sale. That also looks fun. And there you go. Oop, a little too far on that one. All right. A trio of sorceresses are hell-bent on offering 100 human sacrifices in order to access Hades and bring forth the Age of Demons. They kidnap Mitch Feinstein, a satanic punk rocker with unique psychic powers, and force him to summon a demonic monster who is let loose into the world to wreak mayhem and destruction. Mitch quickly enlists his goofy brother Don and his karate club compadres to do battle with the Coven's evil henchmen. In a final-ditch effort to save humanity, the brothers combine their powers to resurrect Don's mammoth robotics-class project Cybertron, who flies to the rescue and challenges the demon head-to-head in a blood-soaked laser beam battle to the death. It looks ridiculous, and that is what I'm excited about. So yeah, Age of Demons. Now, feel free to comment on any of these films down in the comments, because that's all that I have for this video. Go ahead and tell me what you've picked up recently that you're excited about, and like I said before, if you could thumbs up on the video, hit the notification bell button, and subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. And if you want to pitch in a few bucks each month, there's a membership, and you get perks, so check that stuff out. But regardless, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video, and until next time, keep it brutal.